Hello, welcome to this YouTube flow. My name is Hannah and today I'm going to be teaching you a beginner's Vinyasa flow. So this video is for anybody who is completely new to yoga, or anybody who hasn't done yoga for a long time, or anybody who wants to take it a little bit slower and really rework and relearn those foundations and those basics. I really hope you enjoy it, and once you've tried this video a few times, please feel free to try some of the others on my channel and see how you get on. So Vinyasa flow means that the asanas, the poses, we link them together in a style of movement and a sequence. So it's a bit different to some yoga classes where you do separate asanas. This one we link all the movements together in more of a flow. I really hope you enjoy it. Okay, so we always begin finding a comfortable seat, so you can stay in this heel sitting like I am in, or you can come to find a cross-legged position, whatever is comfortable for you. And we just take a few moments at the beginning of a class, at the beginning of the session, to just find the stillness within. Calm down the breathing, calm down the mind. Closing out that outer world and just focusing on the breath. I sometimes find it easier here to count in 4 and count out 4. If you're someone who likes a visual, to draw a square in your mind on the in-breath and draw the edges of a square as you exhale, using those 4 counts. Follow the breath going in and out. Keep that going. Try and resist any temptation to fidget or move. Just stay totally still in your body. Allowing the chest to expand. And while you're doing this, take a moment to notice how you feel today. No judgment, just noting it, checking in with yourself. Lovely, and start to take 3 deeper inhales, so right from your belly up to your chest and release out the mouth. And second one from the base of the belly, lifting up the chest and out through the mouth. And thirdly, lifting up the chest and release out the mouth. Really nice. And if you had your eyes closed, you can just slowly start to open them now. Lovely. So we start our practice with a warm-up like any physical activity, and we do all of the joints. So we'll start from the neck. So we just lower the chin to the chest and we breathe out as we do that. And then we inhale, lift the chin to the sky. Practice the breath and movement, so breathe out as the chin goes down. And breathe in as the chin goes up. 2 more times, out as the chin goes down. In as it goes up. 1 more time, breathe out. Feel that at the top of your shoulders, and in as it goes up. Lovely. This time we're going to exhale left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, come up, and exhale right ear, right shoulder. You might feel a little crack or creak like in mine. Just keep going. Left to centre and right to centre and left. One more each side, centre and right to centre. Lovely. So now we'll start with the shoulders. So we'll lift the arms up and bring the arms down, and we'll do this as we breathe in and out. So inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Lovely. Practice that breath and movement. It's really hard to get it, but once you get it, it'll come so naturally. Inhale, and then this time exhale, reaching the fingers to the shoulders. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. So inhale as you bring the elbows together. Exhale back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. Inhale and exhale. Really nice. Inhale and exhale. Really good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Changing direction. Inhale, exhale. About 3 one side, 3 the other. But if you need to even it out like me, that's fine. And release. We're going to leave the hands just beside our hips. And we're going to inhale, reach the right arm all the way over, stretching out this right side body. Try not to lean too much. You want both of your sitting bones, your bum cheeks, to be on the floor. Hold here. And then inhale all the way back and exhale. Lovely. Then inhale, left arm over, stretching out the sides. Not a joint here, but just really opening up the side of the body, the chest. And exhale back, really nice. And place our hands on our hips, on our knees, working into the hips now. So leaning forward and backwards. And with the breath, we inhale as we go back, and we exhale as we compress the body forwards. Inhale back, exhale forwards, and you're really working into the shoulders, the arms, the hips. One more this way, and then inhale back and exhale the other direction. Maybe making the circles a bit bigger each time. Inhale back, exhale forwards. Inhale back, exhale forwards. Inhale back, exhale forwards. Really nice, well done. Working into the hips. We're going to release from our seated position and come into a tabletop position. So your hands are below your shoulders and your knees below the hips. So just stack everything on top of each other, feeling into how stable, how strong you are here. Lovely. And we're just going to practice lifting the left arm up. You'll notice how you engage the core straight away here. And we're going to rotate the left wrist twice one way and twice the other way, working into our wrist and ankle joints now. Rest that down. Right arm up. Try and keep your body nice and still as you do this. Wrist goes one way and the other way. And drop it down. Right leg back. Holding here, twisting the ankle one way and the other. Try and keep the body really centered and down, and then left leg back. Ankle rolls one way, then ankle rolls the other way. And release that down, lovely. I'm going to try now opposite hand to leg. So left hand goes out, right leg goes back. You try and hold there engaging the core. 5 breaths. And release, lovely. And then right hand, left leg. Really good. And release back down, really nice. So we've worked into our joints now. We're just going to warm up the spine. So we do this in a cat and cow. You might have heard it before. You lower the belly and you lift the head and you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you round the back and lower the head and exhale. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the head. And exhale, round the back, drop the head. Inhale, we'll try and make this a bit more fluid. Inhale and exhale. With your breath, keep going. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Lovely, and then a nice flat back. Going to send the left leg out onto the toes and push into that ankle, stretching out the back of the leg there. Hold there. Pushing into the wrists as well, squeezing your fingertips up so you're bunching your fingers a bit, so we're not putting all the weight on the wrist. Your fingers can take some. And then release. And then right leg out, toes down, pushing the ankle back, stretching out the back of the legs. So we're going to come up soon to try our first downward dog. Something you probably have heard before. So it's good to stretch out the legs. Okay, so we tuck under the toes and we breathe in here. And as we exhale, you want to send the hips as high as you can go so the thighs are coming towards the belly, and you send your bottom high into the air. Now, if you're new to downward dog, you've probably seen a lot of people eventually get their heels to the floor. But if you're quite new to it, that's going to be really hard to do at first. So let's just check our positioning. So you root the palms down, the middle finger facing forward, and slightly squeeze and bunch up the fingers so the wrist isn't taking too much of the weight. And we'll stay on our toes here and bend the knees. And if you do that, you get a nice straight back. And we'll breathe here. Eventually, after a few weeks, a month of practice, you'll start to notice your heels dropping towards the ground. If they're there today, great, place them there. But if they're there with a struggle and it means you're arching your back or your hands are too close to your knees, you really want to be in an equal, wide V shape. So for today, for most of us, we'll stay on our toes, pushing the belly towards the thighs, which pushes the hips into the air. If you need to come out of this at any time, just drop your knees down to the ground, have a little rest, a deep breath in, and then push back up again and try it. Because it's hard at first, but it will over time become a position that you find quite restful, position that you can breathe easy in and you're quite comfortable in. But that does come with practice. Okay, not going to keep you here too long. You can start walking out the heels to stretch the legs. And then we'll continue this walk, feet towards the hands. And we'll dangle at the front of the mat. Don't worry how close to a full bend you are, how close the head is to the knee or anything like that. Just let everything fall. You can bend the knees here if you need to. This is our forward fold. Releasing out the mouth. And then slowly rooting through the feet. We'll bend the knees. Palming up to standing, roll the hips back, planting your hands next to you. Rolling the shoulders back, hands down. And just find a really solid, stable standing position. This is our mountain pose. Really feel rooted to the ground. Now in yoga, all movement comes from stillness, comes from a really solid foundation. It teaches us that in life, instead of rushing around from thing to thing, we should find moments where we ground ourselves and we pause and we find that stillness and that strength to move off, to do things from. So we've warmed up our joints. The next stage is a sun salutation. So this is a way of warming up the body, getting the heart rate up, getting the energy up. And I'll talk you through one round, a couple of rounds, and just join in when you can. So we root our feet down. We take an inhale here and an exhale, release. We inhale, the hands up above us in prayer position, stretching up. And then we exhale, we draw a midline down our body, we hinge at the hips and we exhale forwards. Lovely. We inhale here, create space in the chest, we lift the chest up, looking forwards. And then we exhale, plant the palms, bend the knees, and then we step back one leg at a time to find plank. If high plank is too much for you, drop the knees straight away. Holding here. We inhale. Then we all drop the knees on an exhale. And we bend the elbows for a half press up, chest to the floor. We inhale our chest up into cobra, lifting the chest off the ground. And then we exhale, we tuck the feet, and we come up through a tabletop. And then lift the hips up and we find our downward dog again. Nice bent knees, stay on your toes. Unless you know how to downward dog fully. We take a deep inhale here and we exhale, step our feet to the hands. Lovely. Inhale, flat back, looking forward. And then you exhale, try and fold that body forward a little bit. We bend the knees, swinging back, and inhale all the way up to standing. And exhale, bring those palms through the heart and back to your mountain pose. Lovely, so that's one round. We're going to do a couple more. We'll stay at that speed for today. Exhale. Inhale, hands come up above your head. Exhale, fold forward, draw that midline down your body, hinging at the hips, fingers come by the feet. Inhale, create length in your back, so you can either put your fingers on the edge of the mat or you can put your hands on your thighs to really lift the chest. Then we exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms down and step the feet back one at a time into plank. Drop the knees if you need to. Inhale. Exhale, we'll all drop the knees and then the chest to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest up into cobra, feet are flat on the floor. And exhale, tuck the toes, push up to a tabletop and then lift the hips up into your version of downward dog wherever you are. A few breaths here. Then we'll inhale. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, hands on the thighs or edge of the mat. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, swing the hands back, all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands through the heart and hands to the side. Really nice. We'll do one more round of this. Inhale, hands above you. Exhale, forward fold. Fingers to the feet. Inhale, flat back, create space. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, jump or step into a plank. Inhale, exhale, drop the knees and the chest. Try and keep the elbows tucked in. Inhale, lift the chest up, and exhale, tuck the feet, send the hips high, find your downward dog. Now if you're not able to follow all the breath and all the movement, don't worry, it will come eventually. Inhale and exhale, step between the hands. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, swing the hands up high, and exhale, hands through the heart center, and then back at your side. Really nice. Yeah, just to reiterate, the first time marrying that breath and movement can be a bit overwhelming. So if you just focus on the movement today and maybe try this video again and then you just try and focus on the breath, then eventually it will come together. Okay, we're going to do our first flow sequence. So finding your Tadasana, really rooting down your feet. We're going to lift up our right knee to come to balance on the left. So just take this as high as you can, as high as is comfortable for you. And we'll bring our hands to heart center just to practice a balance here. And breathe. Lovely. When that feels solid, we're going to send the leg behind us onto the mat. Our right leg is parallel to the short edge, so our feet are facing right angles away from each other. And if you can, align your heels so they look in line together. We're going to twist our body to the front. Inhale our hands up and exhale, bend this left knee, and you've found a warrior one. Probably heard this before, and as deep as you want to, you can go into this. Well done. Then we're going to inhale, open up the arms and open up the body to the side. Feet stay in the same position and you're in warrior two. Really good. Breathing here, don't forget to breathe. And then we inhale, flip the palm to the ceiling, reverse that hand, a nice big stretch down the side of the body. Lovely. We inhale and then we exhale. We're going to windmill the hands to frame that left foot. Send the left foot back into plank. Inhale here, you know this bit. Exhale the knees, then the chest. Lifting up the chest into cobra. Tucking under the feet with an exhale. Come to tabletop and lift into downward dog. Well done. Inhale here, and then exhale your feet between the hands. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, bending the knees, swinging up to standing, and exhale, hands through the heart, and hands by your side. So that part where we find plank and knees go up into cobra and downward dog, that's called your vinyasa. So that's the thing that links all these movements together. So once we've done the left, we're going to do the right side. So finding your Tadasana again. We're going to balance on our right leg, lifting up our left. You might find one side's wobblier than the other. It's often the way. Find some stability here. And then send that leg back, remembering to turn the foot out. They're facing opposite directions. Turn the body to go over this right leg. Lift up the hands and bend into that right knee. Lovely. We're going to inhale here and open up the arms and the hips to the side. Really good. Then flip that hand. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, windmill the hands down, framing the foot, sending it back into a plank. Inhale, exhale the knees, drop the chest to the floor, lifting up into cobra, and exhale, come through tabletop, lifting up the hips into downward dog. Inhale, exhale, step the feet between the hands. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, bending the knees, swinging the hands up, and exhale, hands by your side. Really nice, well done. Finding that Tadasana, we're going to do our second flow. So we're going to lift up this left knee again, and straight away send it behind us, feet face the same direction now, and we bend the knee into a high lunge. Hold here. We inhale, and then we exhale, drop this left knee, and we find a low lunge. You can release the foot at the back, really breathing into the hips here. Lovely. Inhale and exhale. We're going to send the hips back, straighten out that right leg, and bring the hands forward. Now you can stay here, or you can sink as deep as your body will allow you to. So just find somewhere that's comfortable, stretching out the back of this leg. Lovely. And then inhale, bend this knee, frame the foot, tuck under the left foot, send the right foot back, and we found our plank again. Inhale, exhale, knees, chest to the floor, lift up the head, and exhale, tabletop, send the hips to the sky. Really good, everyone. Breathing in and out. Inhale, step your feet between the hands, and exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming up to standing. And exhale, release the hands, finding Tadasana again. This time balancing on the left side. Lift that right knee up. Exhale, send it behind you. Bending into this left knee. Lift the hands up to find a high lunge. Inhale, exhale, drop this right knee to the mat, finding a low lunge. Inhale, exhale. We're going to bend over this left leg, stretching out the back of it. Try and keep your hips square. Should feel comfortable, but a good stretch down your leg. And then inhale, frame the foot, send the left foot back, find plank again. Exhale the knees, drop the chest to the floor, lifting up the chest into cobra, and exhaling, finding your downward dog again. Well done. Inhale and exhale, step the feet between the hands. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, coming up to standing, and exhale, release. Well done. Finding your mountain pose. We're going to inhale up and exhale, forward fold here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, and we're going to come into our tabletop position. Really nice. Just going to do a few more cat-cows, lowering the belly, lifting the head, and exhale down. Well done. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And then we're going to sink the hips to the heels, stretch out our arms, which finds child pose. Stretching out the body. Deep breaths here. Really well done. We've done most of our flow now. We're just going to do a few stretching, seated stretches to finish. So swinging your legs to the front. We're going to lift our left knee over our right. And we're going to hug with our right arm, hug in our left knee. We're going to inhale our left hand all the way up and behind us. Really push it down at the base of the spine and look over our left shoulder. Working into the hips here, the shoulders, creating space in the chest. Every inhale, you extend the spine up, so lift the crown of the head up. And every exhale, try and twist a little bit more, looking to the corner of the room. And then we inhale, bring the arm up and over. And then we bring the foot into, so this right leg is down, the foot is into the thigh. We inhale here and exhale, really reaching from the crown of the head, a nice bend here. We reach forward, stretching out the back of the leg, the arms. Don't worry too much about how far down you can come. Nice big stretch. If you can hold onto your toes, feel free to. And slowly inhale. Extend out the left leg. Lovely. Bring the right leg up over the left thigh. We're going to hug in the right knee with our left arm. Lift up the right arm, base of the spine, looking over your right shoulder. Really good. Again, lifting the crown of the head and exhale, twisting, looking to the back of the room. And slowly come round, placing this right leg into the thigh. Don't worry about how high this knee is either. Inhale, hands come up, and exhale, reach the crown of the head forward. Holding here, focus on that breath. Slowly lifting up, extending out this right knee. Well done. I'm just going to do 2 poses to finish. So lifting the knees into the chest, give yourself a hug, show yourself some love. We're going to try boat pose, known as Vinyasa. So sitting on your sitting bones, we inhale, and then we exhale, we lift the feet off the ground. So even if it's just a tiny bit, engaging that core, if you can get your feet parallel to the mat, then do that. You can have your hands on the mat to support you. You can have your hands out to the side. Just try and focus on the breath. Don't think about the pain in your belly. You're doing nothing damaging to your body. Don't let the mind fool you, and allow yourself to wobble and shake. It's really releasing a lot. Keep those breaths slow and long. You can hold it for so much more than you think. Inhale and release the legs to the ground. Well done. We're going to slowly keep that core engaged as we lower down, really slowly to the mat, squeezing in the tummy, and release the head to the floor, planting the palms down. Bring the heels in, so you can just tickle the backs of the heels with your fingertips, planting the palms next to the feet. We're going to do bridge to finish. So we're going to inhale, lift the hips off the ground, and we're going to exhale down. 2 more. Inhale, lift the hips off the ground, and exhale down. 1 more. Inhale, lift the hips off the ground, and exhale down. Finally, to hold. Inhale, lift up, holding there, squeezing the knees in together, squeezing the glutes. Hold it here. You've got it. Send those hips high. And slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, low down, bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a hug. rolling from side to side to massage the bottom of the body, the bottom of the back. And then slowly extend your legs for the best part of a yoga practice, Savasana, at the end, where we just take a minute to let the practice, or many minutes, to let the practice sink in. And let the energy flow around your body, feeling heavy, relaxed. Allowing time for rest. When do we ever do that? Nice deep breaths into the chest. Staying in this moment. Staying present. If your mind wanders, come back to that square breathing or 4 counts in and 4 counts out. Well done. And when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes and slowly roll the body onto one side, taking a moment before you come up to the seated position where we started. Resting your hands on your leg. Just take a moment to check in with yourself now, how you're feeling compared to the start of the class. And let any frustrations with yourself or your physical body just go away. Stay positive, stay grateful for the physical movement you can do. We bring our hands to our chest. We inhale deeply. And we exhale, bow our head, thanking our body, thanking ourselves for the time that we've dedicated to our practice, to our mind. We slowly rise, blinking open the eyes, and we say Namaste, which means the goodness in me sees and honours the goodness in you. Thank you so much for joining me.